how to quit smoking and actually lose weight. Ever wonder when you quit smoking why you gain weight? Want to know why most people like you pack on the pounds when you quit? Do you want to know what science says as to why you gain weight when you quit smoking? Did you know that there is something that you can actually do to lose weight instead of gaining weight when you quit smoking? If you do, make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to give you the 4 secrets to actually losing weight when you quit smoking. If this is your first time to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification because it will simply tell you when I post new content. And I post 2 new pieces of content every week at a minimum. I'm also going to put a link in the description below to my calendar so you can book yourself into a free 15-minute phone consultation with me. It's easy. We'll have fun. You will be grateful that you did it. Take advantage of it. It's free. Also, if there was something that you did that helped you to lose weight when you quit smoking, let others benefit from it and put it in the comment section below. Or if you have questions because you're about to quit smoking and you don't want to gain weight and you want more information, put your question in the comment section below. That is the whole point of the comment section. So let's hop right into the content. I can remember when I quit, I was actually really worried about gaining weight and I used to fuss over it. And I must have tried to quit, 50 times. I tried so many times and failed. And many of those times, one of the things that really concerned me was gaining weight. And I can remember sitting there thinking to myself, I'm going to quit tomorrow. And I don't want to gain weight and I'm so worried about gaining weight. It used to drive me crazy. And I can remember going through that. And I actually had to go through it. And when I quit, I actually gained 23 pounds. And after I quit smoking, I actually had to learn how to lose the weight and keep it off. And then I had to learn how to build that into my quit smoking program so that people who came to me to quit smoking didn't gain weight. So I'm going to give you just four of the tips that we use in our program to help people quit smoking and not gain weight. There's one other thing I want you to know. This video and these 4 tips are not a supplement for a comprehensive quit smoking program or a comprehensive weight loss program. So that's not the point. The point here is to give you some tools that you can start to use, and especially if you want to try quitting on your own, because 7% of people can't quit on their own. So if you are in that 7%, this will actually help you not gain weight. So please use it and take advantage of it. Most people, 93% of people, need the aid of a paid program to quit for life. And what this will do is it will help set your mind on the right path to being successful, not only quitting smoking, but not gaining weight. So now, before I give you these 4 secrets about how to actually lose weight, I just want you to consider one thing. I want you to consider how important it is that whichever of these tips you use, that the energy that you take towards it is full commitment. Because often in life, it's not so much what we do, but our commitment to something. So take these 4 tips and absorb them and run with them and do them wholeheartedly. It's the doing of them that is actually going to help you. So just before I give you these 4 tips, the first thing I need to do is just explain to you the neuroscience behind why you gain weight when you do quit. Because if we understand why we gain weight, the 4 tips are going to make so much more sense to you why they're successful and why they work. So there are actually 7 reasons, according to neuroscience, as to why you gain weight when you quit smoking, and you need to understand these. They're really, really important so that we frame the problem so we can solve it. So I'll go through them fairly quickly for you. 1, when we smoke, the nicotine causes our stomach to produce additional stomach acid. So we have additional acid in our stomach for digestion. That leads to number 2. Number 2 is that additional stomach acid that's helping us to digest food, it runs out of food to digest often. Because often we smoke when we're not eating, or we smoke before we eat. When it doesn't have anything to digest, it attacks the fat cells and actually helps us lose weight. That's number 2. 3, smoking is a heart stimulant. It causes your heart to beat 6 times more per minute on average. Guess what that does? Speeds up your metabolism. Guess what that does? Helps you burn off fat and lose weight and keep weight off. That's number 3. Number 4, your body knows that smoking is causing you cellular stress. And guess what happens? This causes your brain to release a nerve cell called a POMC. I give you the acronym because I cannot pronounce the actual name of the nerve cell. It's Latin and almost impossible. So what this nerve cell does is it's involved with our flight and fight response. In particular, flight. That's why I give it first. So when we smoke, it stresses our body at a cellular level, and our brain sends out a nerve cell called a POMC, and it deals with flight. And what it does is it tells your body not to desire food because you need to conserve the energy to run from a potentially dangerous situation. That's what smoking does. Okay, so that was number 4. Number 5, smoking causes your brain to release dopamine. Every time you take a drag, your brain sends out a polypeptide. That polypeptide goes out, finds the nicotine, and it stimulates our pleasure sensor and causes our brain to release dopamine. Now all of a sudden you're not smoking, and so you're not getting this dopamine hit. I don't know, 200, 300, how many ever drags you take a day. It's not getting that constantly. So it looks for the next most readable source of dopamine, which is sugar. So we start to desire sugar. Guess what sugar does to us if we eat too much of it? We gain weight, right? So that is number 5. Number 6, nicotine is an appetite suppressant. It literally suppresses your appetite. Guess what that does? Helps you keep the weight off, right? 7, when we quit smoking, our taste buds come back within the first 48 hours. So guess what? Food tastes better. So nicotine is an appetite suppressant. You don't have the appetite suppressant anymore. And food tastes better. Guess what we do? We eat. So there is a very ironic way in which smoking is basically, it's almost a diet for losing weight. It literally is. You could create a weight loss program called smoking. The problem is you might lose weight, but you're going to kill yourself in the process. So it's a terrible diet. It is not a good diet, and it's not for you. The beauty is, now that we understand the neurology and the science behind why we gain weight, there are things we can do to make sure we don't gain weight. I'm going to give you 4 of them right now. So here is tip number 1. Use a sign to remind yourself of 2 things. And signs are really good tips, tricks, and hacks, because when you put a sign up, even if you don't consciously read it, your unconscious mind still sees it and it still registers. So put this sign on your fridge and put one in the mirror in your bathroom. Put them all over your house. There are 2 signs that I think are really powerful. One is, put a sign on your fridge that says, I am in control of what I eat, when I eat, and how much I eat. And put that on your fridge because you really are in control. The other sign that I really like is, food is fuel for my body. That's literally what food is to your body. It's literally fuel. So if you remind yourself of these 2 things, even unconsciously, by putting these signs in your house, it really does help trigger your unconscious mind to be more aware of what's going on. And this awareness is really leading to tip number 2. Become a conscious eater. This is huge. Here is why. If you are conscious when you eat, if you're aware when you eat, if you have awareness, you are way less likely to overeat and gain weight. You want a recipe for gaining weight? Turn on the TV and eat your dinner. Because what happens? When you watch TV, just look at a 5-year-old. You go into a hypnotic trance and you eat unconsciously. Eating unconsciously is not going to help you lose weight in any way, shape, or form. So we need to become a conscious eater. We need to be aware of what we're eating, why we're eating it, and how much we're eating. Which leads to the next tip. Tip number 3, don't change your eating habits. People who have done my weight loss program know one of the real keys to weight loss is a very simple calculation. So simple. Calories consumed versus calories expended. There is nothing you need to know about weight loss other than that. That is literally it. You can take every diet on the planet and you can distill it down to that sentence. Calories consumed versus calories expended. That's it. There is no secret to weight loss. It is that simple. So how do you deal with this? One of the ways is, like I said, becoming a conscious eater. So back to this tip number 3, don't change your eating habits. What that means is, do exactly and eat exactly how you ate before you quit smoking. Don't change your eating habits. It was working for you then. It's going to work for you when you quit smoking. You won't gain any weight because you're going to have the same amount of calories coming in and you're going to be expending the same. It's that simple. You really don't have to change much to not gain weight. Tip number 4. This is probably the most important tip. Plan, plan, plan. You want to make a bad food decision? Don't plan. You want to make a really bad food decision, like even worse than eating in front of the TV? Decide what to eat when you're hungry. So plan for your meals. Plan your meals 2 weeks out when you quit. If you know you're quitting Monday, plan 2 weeks worth of meals out. Do all your shopping ahead of time so you don't have to think. So that you can literally just get up and eat what you've already planned. That is a really simple thing you can do. I just want to explain one other little nuance about this that's really good to understand why planning is so important. It has to do with the nature of your willpower. Willpower is not this unlimited thing. We don't have oodles of it. In fact, we have a limited supply of willpower. We know this from neuroscience. We know that willpower is a limited resource, not limitless. In fact, your willpower depletes throughout the day. The further you go on in the day, the less willpower you have. One of the purposes of sleep is to replenish our willpower. This is why it's easy to be on a diet in the morning, and then you hit the late afternoon, it gets a lot harder because our willpower is depleted. So if you're trying to diet or lose weight, and you haven't planned what to eat for dinner, and you're driving home, and you're hungry, and there's nothing in your fridge, and you got to go and spend 45 minutes in a grocery store, or there's a Pizza Hut or a McDonald's drive-thru right there. I could just end my misery and my hunger. It is so easy to make a bad decision if you haven't planned and your willpower is depleted. So tip number 4, plan, plan, plan. I cannot say how key that is. It is a huge component of my weight loss program. So if this was helpful to you, and this is your first time to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification button. It will simply tell you when I post new content, which I do twice a week. Also, take advantage of the link in the description below to book yourself into a free 15-minute phone consultation with me. I'll get you on the right track to quitting smoking and losing weight. Also, we want to know if you have other tips or tricks. Put them in the comments section. Or if you have questions, put it in the comment section of this video. That's the purpose of the comment section. If you want more information, more tips, tricks, and hacks, you can also go to Facebook and join my Facebook group or follow my Instagram account. So I want to thank you for your time and attention, and blessings to everyone, and I look forward to speaking with you.